y'all do realize tonight that the government is working to take this away from us.
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
So that's why it's important not to waste time when you come to the house of God, because you may not have this opportunity.
Right.
We're just, we're just under the ideology and we just think that all things are just going to continue on just like they've always been in this country. And we're always going to have the freedom of religion and the freedom of speech, but that's being taken away from you slowly, just a little bit at a time. I read to you the Communist Manifesto here some weeks ago, and one of the things in that Communist Manifesto is, under communism, that one of the things they want to take away is private property. Y'all remember that?
Yep.
Well, in every city, in every state in the Union right now, and Asheville happens to be one of the cities that have a law. It's called the law of eminent domain.
Yep.
That means is that the city can come in at any time that they desire, and they can take a piece of property away, and they can do with it whatever they want to, and there's nothing that you can do under the law of eminent domain. If they see that the property would be better used some other way than what it's being used, then they can just take it away.
Mm-hmm.
And there's nothing you can do about it. Something y'all don't realize and understand is that this economic mess that we've been in for almost 3 years now did not just happen overnight. It did not happen by accident.
No.
Yeah.
And what the government doesn't tell you along the way with their bailout packages is that they're buying you.
Mm-hmm.
And they're buying from you what once used to be yours.
That's right.
Yep.
And the government owns more today than it did 3 years ago.
Yeah.
When the government owns the bank and the bank has foreclosed on hundreds of houses, who now becomes the owner of all that property?
That's right.
Not the bank. The bank is owned by the government.
That's right. Yes,
The
sir.
government owns all the houses and all those properties.
Amen.
Yes, sir.
Businesses. And when you become the owner, then you can tell whoever what they can do and what they can't do. What I'm trying to tell you tonight is, don't take this for granted,
Yeah.
because it may not always be. And if the government has its desire in our lifetime, if Jesus doesn't come back, they're going to take this freedom away from us.
That's right.
And you will no longer be able to publicly come together and worship the Lord in spirit and in truth. You'll no longer be able to sing these old songs publicly, and you'll no longer be able to have a King James Bible and hear the preaching of that book.
Yeah. Right.
You be real careful about what you take for granted.
Amen.
Amen.
Amen. And the government's got their hand a lot more than what you realize that the government has their hand in.
Oh, yeah.
Amen. But I'm glad they're not the final authority.
Amen.
I'm
Amen.
glad that they're not going to have the final say.
Yeah. Amen.
Amen.